Welcome back to another episode of Had to Be There. There's a throwback episode, or as we like to call them, Time Capsule Thursdays, because we're silly like that. This episode, like all episodes, is brought to you by our media partner in crime, Furry Turkey. Check out furryturkey.com for all the Had to Be There merch and more information on what the heck a furry turkey might be. This episode is also brought to you by Board at Work. Check out boardatwork.shop for a bunch of skateboard-inspired clothing, inspired by our favorite skateboard tricks. You'll look great out there this summer, shredding the gnar in some fun t-shirts and hoodies at boardatwork.shop. This episode is also brought to you by the Candy Collection, Daddy Dirt's tattoo-inspired clothing line with the summer tee out there. It's a tie-dye tee with fun sugar skull that's tattoo-inspired. I think Daddy Dirt might even have one of those on his butt cheeks. Not sure. That might be a secret. Don't tell anyone I told you that. But anyway, hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get started.
Shut up and sit down.
Daddy Dirt and Mommy Mike present Had to Be There podcast.
So, I'm going to start off with something that's already pissing me off. That piece of frog shit that you've had in your teeth since I got here.
Why didn't you tell me about it?
I did. Right when I got here, you're like, oh, I don't give a shit. No, it's the one right next to your, but yeah, there you go. Right next to your big two front teeth. Oh, it's going to make me
my
happy.
big buck teeth?
Oh, no, dude, yeah, you had it. Yeah. Oh, you got most of it.
Probably like a pepper flake or something.
Probably.
You know what I did today?
Ate a bunch of shit, and that's why it's all over your teeth?
Went to Potbelly. Saw on Instagram that they had free shakes, and I was like...
Did you get a free shake?
Yeah.
I love their shakes. They're
Actually,
so...
Oreo malt, but same thing.
They're so delicious. You like malt powder better than you like just a normal shake?
Yeah, a little bit. Every once in a while.
I don't know what it is about the malt powder that I don't like. You know what I did have though? Is the cold brew with the sweet cream in it from Starbucks today. Pretty good.
The nitro cold brew?
Yes.
I haven't had it with the sweet cream. Did you like it?
Yeah, but it doesn't taste sweet.
Yeah, that's good.
But you know me, I
Yeah.
like sugar. So.
Yeah, you do have diabetes, and the wife and I came up with a new nickname for you last night because we were talking about our neighbors, and they're like, forget what I said. I was talking about sitting outside Friday night, just by myself, having a drink, watching YouTube, and they're probably like, God, that weird white dude over there. His wife must be out of town or asleep or something, just lonely bastard hanging out by himself. And man, it was like, yeah, they probably were like, he's lost without his wife or something. Yeah, or they were wondering where my Filipino pool boy boyfriend was. Because that's what you are, dude. You look like a pool boy. You look like a legitimate pool boy.
Just to give everyone a visual of what I look like and what you look like. I look like a Filipino pool boy.
Yep, I look like a middle school skateboarder. I was on a boat with my team from work this week.
Oh, is that why you were drunk in the middle of the day?
I wouldn't say drunk. The boat ride was pretty short, so I only had 3 beers, which was kind of disappointing.
But you didn't have anything to eat, so therefore you were probably a little bit drunk.
And I might have, pre-gamed a little bit before I went.
That thing looked a little dry, or a little bit wet when you sent it over to my way. And when you tried to make me sick. When you tried to get me sick.
Yeah. I just canoed it a little bit.
And this one was a little dry. Doesn't take much. There we go. That'll slow it
This
down.
podcast history right here, just listen to us light cigars. You had to be there to know if we lit them or not.
Do you think, what was the one that we had that was better or just as good as this? Was it, or no, it was this one.
4 Kicks.
Yeah, but it was this one that we were saying this is probably the best.
Yeah.
4 Kicks is, I don't think they sell it, if anybody knows, I don't think they sell it anywhere else other than Stogie's on Grand.
Yeah. Dude, those are the type of people that we should go recruit for sponsorships when we get going.
Mm-hmm.
Just the places that we like.
Yeah, we'll test it and we'll test out some cigars. Let everyone know how they taste.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you don't even have to pay us. Just give us free tobacco.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
No, but I was on the boat with my team, and I was talking to one of the girls on my team, and I don't know how it came up, but I was like, yeah, my wife always gives me shit. She's like, you're such a weirdly balanced individual where you're like kind of smart and like clean cut, but you dress like an 8th grade skateboarder punk.
That's the dream.
But yeah, that's the dream. I was telling the wife yesterday, I was like, I'd rather be rich and look like I'm homeless and just not have people judge me based on the way I look than like look super like clean cut and wealthy and just be poor.
You look unassuming.
Like, yeah,
unassumingly rich.
Yeah, I don't want people to fucking like. I saw a guy in the gym locker room. I was like, oh, that guy must be rich. Look at his haircut, you know?
Right. I think like I've always tell the story because I think it's one of my favorite things ever. Going to Starbucks, pull up in downtown Wayzata.
Yeah.
And some old guy, his wife gets out of the car first. A brand new Rolls Royce. Brand new, pearly white, looks awesome. His wife gets out of the car first, and she's dressed to the nines. They look like they just got done with a nice brunch or something.
Yeah.
This dude gets out of the car, and he looks like Santa Claus. He's dressed in overalls, a red long sleeve underneath, and his beard is 10 inches long.
Yeah.
And snow white. Just badass.
My father-in-law was telling me last night we were grabbing a drink, and he grew up in like going to downtown Wayzata. He'd go to the same place for breakfast every morning with his buddy.
Yeah.
And Erwin Jacobs would be in the booth next to them every single morning having business breakfast. He's like that guy drove every year to get a brand new Rolls Royce, but he never washed it. It had scratches all over it, hubcaps missing, and then eventually would just get a new one. Same thing, never wash it, just beat it to the ground.
Dude,
so he'd like have a nice car and then just not take care of it, not give a fuck about it.
I wonder if that's who I saw.
Could be.
I want to see what
It's
he
weird
looks
that
like.
you said Rolls Royce. That's what made me think about it.
Rest in peace. That was a weird situation.
We were talking about that last night because for people that don't know,
It's not. Erwin Jacobs, American businessman.
It's a murder-suicide deal. He killed his wife and then killed himself.
It wasn't this guy.
And I don't know the specifics of it, but we were talking like, if you're...
She was like very
like,
deteriorated.
If I have Alzheimer's and Maddie's losing it too, let's just end it together. Like why go through that, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting.
It shouldn't be like, and I don't know if that was the case, but if that is the case, like, I was like, I would leave a note just to let everyone know, and like we both sign it like as a contract, so it's like it doesn't get labeled a murder suicide. Like I don't want to go out a murderer, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, because you don't know what you would be like. Like everyone says, like, okay, pull the plug on me, but you also don't know what it would be like to have to be a family member, and even though it's that in that person's wishes, like, still. It'd be really hard to pull the plug, even if they asked for it. I guess it depends on how much suffering.
I could do it. I don't know. Like when my grandma was really suffering with cancer, it was just like she got to a point where I was ready. Like if she wanted to do it, I could have done it. You know?
Yeah, I guess it's to the point of suffering. Where
it was like this. You get to the point where it's like it's not even the same person. It's not. They're not living any resemblance of a life that they had previously.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But it'd still be hard, like, and then but I think that it's kind of like putting a dog down where you're like, I'd rather not have this person suffer unnecessarily than, like, it's kind of funny that we do that for our pets, but we don't do it for our loved ones. Or,
yeah,
you know,
it's
we're not
crazy.
able to.
We play God for dogs.
Doug Stanhope, he's a comedian out of Arizona. He's good friends with, like, everyone that we listen to. He's got a hilarious story. They had to wait like 15 years to tell to pass the statute of limitations, where he helped his mom do an assisted suicide because she was just struggling so much. Yeah. And he had to wait so long to actually tell the story because he like legitimately could have gotten in jail for it. But they just threw a party and mixed her a cocktail of shit and gave it to her, and they hung out and talked all night, and eventually she just kind of said goodbye and closed her eyes, and that was it.
That's insane to think about.
Yeah. I feel like
it makes me uncomfortable a little bit.
I have these like sick imaginations of like me getting like not even like old age, but just getting like a bad car wreck or getting cancer young or something, and being in the hospital bed, and you guys are like come and say goodbye to me, and all I'm doing is cracking jokes still, because I like why not, like I feel like I couldn't be sad about it. I'd still want to like be like, yeah, don't worry guys, I'm gonna be fine. Like,
yeah, I think if you're at peace, I think if you're at peace,
I don't want people like feeling sorry for me, no matter what it is. It's just like, it is what it is.
And I think if you're at peace, it's a totally different way to die than if you're still like trying to cling on to life.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you're at peace and I think it's easier for your loved ones to watch if you're at peace with it and you're like, look, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, and like it's kind of like anything. It's hard to have the perspective like in the moment, but like no matter what your situation is, why get down about it? Like why? There's no sense in getting mad or angry or upset. A lot of times, like it happens because you're human, and but it's like, why not just be like? I heard a thing this past week where it's like in the next 60 minutes you could experience the best thing that's ever happened to you in your life. Like you never know when that's gonna happen. So why like live in the moment and be like down about something when 5 minutes from now something else could happen and change your life for the good, you know?
Yeah, it's an interesting way to think about it, because I think everyone has naturally you could have a pessimistic perspective on the world, especially with what's going on now, but there's some people who don't. There's some people who are like constantly positive, and I either think they have a good healthy perspective of life, like what you're saying, like you could experience the best thing in the next 60 seconds of your life, and there's people that live that way. I don't necessarily live that way.
No, I don't either. I get caught up in the bullshit a lot.
Yeah, but there's definitely people that live that way, and you're like, man, I wish I could do that or could get to that point.
So what I feel like that's kind of what life is all about. It's not about money or houses or whatever. It's about getting to that point where you just don't give a fuck because you're just living life.
Yeah. Well, and you have peace with dying.
Yeah. I talked a lot about lately, like just if I make it to 90, I'm doing every kind of drug, meth.
Yep.
If I make it to 100, I'm for sure having an old bitch inject some heroin into me. Just why not? Give it a try. You're not going to get addicted to meth at 90. It's just going to be a fun-ass day. Maybe a couple days. You never know.
Could you imagine?
Maybe it's what gets you through your afternoon nap for a day where you can watch Oprah at 3 and not have to fall asleep. Nothing worse than falling asleep at the beginning of Oprah and waking up to Wheel of Fortune, just passed out, wasted a whole afternoon.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Because so we were watching football. We were watching college football last night. And in between the 2:30 game that ends usually at 5:30 or 6-ish. Or like, no, it ended at 6:30.
Hey, was your mom here earlier? Because
no.
It's quite wet down here.
I mean, no. So we were watching the games and they ended like 6:30, right?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't get to Wheel of Fortune till like 6:35 or 6:40, but Wheel of Fortune ended at 7 when the other game was going to be on. So like, do they just tell Wheel of Fortune like, hey, you have until the next thing is scheduled, and then they go as long as they can?
No, because Wheel of Fortune's all pre-recorded. They're not doing that shit live, so they would just
cut it,
manually cut it short, or cut the episode so you see the end still.
Yeah,
or
so
cut not the front, but cut like make the commercial break shorter, or take out some of the interview bullshit.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because I never thought about it until yesterday, and I was like, wait, they only have 20 minutes to get all this 30-minute segment in.
Yeah.
So they probably do that. They probably just cut the commercial short.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
And the network's making way more money on the commercials that they play during the game. So on that type of day, they probably don't give a shit about the ads during Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, there was some good football games on yesterday. The Texas-Oklahoma State game was good. The Georgia-Notre Dame game was good.
Look at that. That's sick.
That's good. That means it's rolling pretty good. Mine was rolling at the beginning, but...
Yeah, tell me about the games, because I didn't watch any.
Let's see. Oh, Michigan. So they chose Michigan. I think I've told you about this. They picked Michigan to win the Big Ten.
Yeah. I heard about this game, but you tell me about it.
To beat everybody, okay? Yeah. A lot of people did.
Yeah.
Number one, because Urban Meyer's gone at Ohio State, so Ryan Day was coming in. He's a new coach. But the crazy thing is since Jim Harbaugh's been at Michigan, they've never beaten Ohio State. And it's the last game of the year, regular season game of the year, okay? So in my mind, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'm also biased.
Yeah.
Okay? Michigan got throttled by Wisconsin. It
like
wasn't even a game.
30-0 at one point.
Yeah, it wasn't even a game.
Yeah.
At the beginning of that game, Wisconsin hadn't let up a point on defense the entire year. So their first two games, they hadn't let up a point. Granted, they didn't play very good teams, but I think like it's been the past couple of years, it's going to be Ohio State, Wisconsin in the Big Ten championship, and whoever wins that's going to go to go to the playoff.
Dave Portnoy, the Barstool president, he's a Michigan alum, and he held a live halftime press conference calling for Harbaugh's job. He's like, this guy needs to get fired.
He sucks.
Cancel the program.
He sucks. He may be a good recruiter. I mean, he was a good recruiter at Stanford, but he's not.
He hasn't done anything.
He's too
at Michigan,
weird.
really.
He's too weird.
Yeah.
Like I watched All or Nothing on Amazon, which everyone should watch. They have a bunch of different ones. They have a Man City one, which is about the soccer team. They have one about Michigan. They have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
They did the Carolina Panthers last year, and he's just too weird. Like he's just so out there. I don't know how you track him as a player, or like how you play for him.
Yeah, he's probably like one of those guys where you never know if you're making him happy or not.
Yeah, he's just so out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bizarre program. I don't think.
Where's Jim Harbaugh at? Or is that Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah, that is
Where's
Jim.
John?
Baltimore. I think.
I didn't know he was still there.
Yeah.
I forgot that Flacco moved to Denver.
Yep.
I hate that his name's Flacco because The Replacements is my favorite movie of all time, so I always say Falco first.
He's like been a consistently good quarterback forever.
Forever, yeah. I think Baltimore just kind of outgrew him almost, where they knew he was kind of on his way out, so hey, let's get this new guy in who's killing it. Because he won last week too, didn't he?
I think so.
He's just dropping dimes.
They're like He's like Phillip Rivers, dude, for the Chargers. He's been at the Chargers forever.
Yeah.
And they'll never get rid of him because he wins those big games. But the thing is they struggle to make the playoffs every year. Yeah. That's a tough division. Is that division Baltimore's in?
Yeah, because it's Baltimore, Cleveland,
Steelers,
and New England, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's probably the toughest division in football.
And if Baltimore keeps playing like they are, I'm excited for them to face some better teams.
Yeah.
See what Lamar Jackson, right?
Yeah.
See what he is really like in different situations. But if they keep playing like they've been playing, it's going to be a hard season for our Browns. With just how the Patriots and the Ravens are playing right now,
Well, yeah, dude, I just don't understand the Patriots. I just don't understand how they're so good.
Yeah.
And they just have.
I know that they didn't really need AB to begin with, but they got him, and now they don't have him, and it's not like a newsworthy event for them. They're just like, oh, whatever, we didn't have him a week ago. We got a touchdown out of him, and we're good to go.
And I love it. They don't say anything. Yeah, they don't say anything about it. They're like, he's done, and then there's no press about it. And there's press on AB's side, but they don't care.
Yeah.
The Patriots don't give a shit.
No, once he's released, they don't owe him anything.
Yeah.
He went from having 30 or 90 million guaranteed or something to when he left the Browns, it went down to 10 million, and then now he if the Patriots don't pay him his signing bonus, he could end up making $150,000 this year, and that's it.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
If he's really guilty of what they're saying he's guilty of, good. Fuck him. Mm-hmm. That's what I've always said.
That'll be one day with a lawyer too.
The same thing I said with Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer really knew what was going on, and I think there's still a lot of stuff about his wide receiver coach at the time, and if he knew what was going on, then screw them all, man.
Yeah.
No one should get away with that shit.
No.
Nobody. I don't care if you were Joe Paterno. Joe Paterno got caught up in it and he didn't do anything. It's not that he did anything specifically, but it's the fact that he didn't do anything was the problem.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not gonna, if you know about it, you're not gonna say anything. You're just as guilty.
Yeah, and I think it's
because you could have. It's not that you're a bad person or anything, but you had a chance to do something to potentially stop other people from getting hurt, and you didn't do it. So that kind of makes you a pussy, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, and I think good. Go to jail. Fuck you. I mean, that's where you should be.
Yeah. I felt bad for Paterno just because he was so old and died instantly, but
yeah, I think it was a lot of that stress where it was
it's just
he knows he should have done something. It probably ate him up at the end of his life. Probably just ate him up. He was I think he was probably on his way to passing away, but yeah. I was watching something crazy about Nick Saban too because I forget Bear Bryant, the old coach of Alabama, he died within a couple of years of not being the coach at Alabama. And Nick Saban, I was watching a thing on Nick Saban from Alabama, and he was saying I'm worried about not coaching. He's like, there's a bunch of stuff I want to do outside of coaching, but to not have that stimulation, like what will it do to my life?
Was probably something for people that have been coaching like that for that long, especially part of like those big programs.
Yeah.
It's probably similar to losing your spouse.
Yeah.
Where you hear about people like when they're really old,
yeah,
their wife or husband or whatever will die, and then like 2 weeks later they're gone. Like they just couldn't, they like literally couldn't live without that person.
Yeah. Or they just have like that was the reason they were living, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And again, it's one of those things where like they're at peace because their significant other's at peace.
Yeah. I have a feeling I'm gonna be the last one standing. I'm always the last one at the party, you know. So it's just gonna.
You won't be. You won't be. You'll pass away pretty quick here.
I passed last weekend when we were doing this.
You did.
I don't know if everyone could tell, but I passed away on that podcast. I think that would be episode number 6 now. I passed away. I passed, and
now he's back.
I'm back. Made it to work the next day somehow, but I passed.
That cigar's hitting you pretty good, isn't it?
Perfect. Yeah. Yep. Halfway through, I'm gonna give it a little break. It's a really good one though.
Yeah. My dad's buddy always has to relight his cigars because he gets going on the story, and then he always has to relight them.
Yeah. Well, Burr was on Rogan last week, and they were smoking stogies, and like 10 minutes in, Burr was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to smoke this one. I'm talking too much. I don't like that Rogan's not live anymore. He doesn't do it live on YouTube anymore. I think because of like some of the ad stuff that they kept running into, where any amount of like YouTube video or anything that they would show on there would just get yanked right away. So now they have to edit everything. And, but I don't know. It feels different to me.
Really?
Yeah, and maybe Joe just seems different too. I don't know. Like, dude, I feel like he's kind of going through something where he's talking about like moving out to Colorado and just kind of retiring.
Well, I think he's just ready to be done with the busyness that he doesn't need to be involved in. He doesn't need to be involved in the busyness anymore. Like, he can go do his podcast, and he makes enough money now where he can say, look, if it's inconvenient, how about I fly you out? Yeah.
Well, and that's what he's saying. He's like, I'll come to LA for like a week or two, record 20 podcasts, and then go to the Comedy Store and do some sets, and then move back to Colorado or Montana, wherever he's at, for the next 2 weeks with his family, or be on the road, or like he's traveling so much. It doesn't really matter where you're at when you're that level of a comedian. Yeah. The only thing that he'd be missing is kind of the workouts at the Comedy Store. But if you went to Denver, Denver is a really great comedy scene. Yeah. If he goes to like Montana or Idaho, that's going to be interesting. But can you imagine being in Montana and there's just like a little like ha-ha corner or something in your small bumfuck town, and Joe Rogan shows up every day to do an open mic because that's the only place that he can go to practice.
Well, and think about, they say like sometimes going to the Comedy Store in some places, like it's even harder to do some of those smaller places because then you really have to work the crowd because you have to make them laugh.
Well, and Joe likes doing those types of sets. Like, he loves the Ice House where it's like 100 seats or something. Yeah. I have a buddy at work that does stand up. He's like, he just goes and does an open mic. He tries to do it like once a week or something. Yeah. He's just getting started, and he was at Eric the Red, right by the stadium. Okay. And he was like the second to last to go on, like slot for the open mic. He got his name like on the list and stuff. And right before he was about to go up, Nick Swartzen was there all night drinking, and he bumped him. And he goes, he went up and did like 5 minutes or whatever, just getting his new material ready and stuff. And this poor kid that has been doing it for like a month had to go and follow him. He's like, I ate so much shit. It's like, what do you do? Like, I my stuff isn't all that funny to begin with right now because I'm so new at it. I'm just getting kind of comfortable trying to read the crowd and get their, at like a bar and stuff, you have to get their attention. He's like, now all their attention was on me because Nick was just up. Yeah. I gotta follow that and close the night out. It's like,
that's crazy. Suck. That's so crazy.
And he was there because my buddy was there because Nick had been there the night before too. So he was like, oh, like it might be fun if I can go say hi or see him or meet him or something. And then he ends up getting bumped by him.
That's so awesome though. You're like, I got bumped by Nick Swartzen. Yeah, that's so funny. He's so funny, dude.
He's so like party animal funny. Yeah. Like, I think he's one of those guys that you definitely need to see live versus like on TV. Like I watched his Netflix thing and it was I got it, but it was like, this would be way funnier if you're like drunk with a bunch of buddies at a comedy club and
Dude,
you're
did you
ripping
see?
shots, and then you can go hang out with them after and stuff.
I wish I could find it on his Instagram, but he has a quick video on Instagram where Josh Duhamel has a picture of himself, and it says like, "Come enjoy North Dakota," and Nick Schwartzen like.
Well, because Josh Duhamel does the ads for North Dakota travel.
Yeah. So he's like taking a video of himself, and he goes, "Oh yeah, come visit North Dakota. Look at me, I'm Josh Duhamel, and I'm a fucking idiot."
He's so
It's
funny.
so
Did you
funny.
see the St. Paul Saints won a championship and they were honored at the Twins game? And they gave Nick Schwartzen a hat and uniform and made him line up with them, and the camera's panning across all the players, and he's just there with his like Fu Manchu mustache, just going like looking like, I'm not supposed to be here. It's like, thank you. It was so funny.
So funny. Oh god. Back to the Rogan thing. I feel like Rogan's like turning into or wants to do like do
I thought you were
more
gonna
of
say
a,
be a woman.
no. He wants
I
to
was
turn
like,
into,
that'd be.
he wants to turn into Caitlyn. No, I think
Rogan would be an interesting woman.
I think he wants to do more of that like hunting stuff.
Yeah.
Like he got into it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He's good friends with Cam Hanes. He's really good friends with I just watched a video of another like dude that does a lot of bow hunting.
Adam
with elk.
Greentree.
Yeah.
Steve Ranella.
Yeah, and like he's now going out with them a bunch.
Yeah, he's like best friends with the Knock On guys.
Mhm.
They do they have a bunch of like archery gear, and they've that guy's been kind of the guy that's taught him how to get really good at archery.
It's so awesome.
Yeah, I really want to get a bow because that's something I could set it up out here and
Practice.
do practice.
Yeah,
Like, I could put a target in the garage and stand on the road and do it.
Yeah.
So I'm shooting into the
Or set
house.
it onto the side.
Yeah.
Set it onto the side and then just have it angled towards your where your grill sits.
Yeah.
So then there's a backstop.
Mhm.
If you miss, then just start from 10 yards and then work your way out. And you could then you could go all the way back to where the cars are parked.
I'd probably start from like 1 yard.
Yeah,
Sure,
sure.
I'm getting I get 3 shots. If I get a bullseye, the score is back to even for who's pissed off who.
No.
Tell the folks,
Out of 6 shots?
no 3.
Oh.
Tell the folks at home about our new studio.
The new studio is nice. So we're set up in the garage. It's probably a little bit more echoey than normal.
Yeah.
But it's a nice setup, especially if you get like you said, a circular electric heater.
Yeah.
For the winter, and then close off the garage. We can open up the bottom just for a little cigar,
Let's hot box this thing. Just
Sure.
stogie smoke.
I'm
to
in.
the max.
Done. I'm done. I'm in.
All right, what are you gonna give me if I get a bullseye in 3? Maybe a little kiss.
No, because you hit 2 bullseyes last time. In 6 shots. Man, I don't know. All right, next time we go clay shooting, because you beat me every time.
Yeah.
I'll give you 5 shots at the beginning.
Okay.
So you're up 5 already.
All right, sounds good.
But then I get a rebuttal. So I get a rebuttal.
Okay.
And
And
then
then if you get it on the
It's
roof,
just nothing. It's even.
but if
out.
I miss and you get it, then I'll give you 5 shots.
Okay, perfect. I'm in. Done. This is tough to watch. Nope.
I didn't do it. Shit.
All right.
I love darts though. Darts, I could play darts all day long. I think that's why I've been shooting hoops a lot more, and I think it's a very similar thing for me, where it's like, it's very, very cut and dry if you did well or not. You either make it or you don't.
Right. You know what I think though, and I've always said this, right? Skating, like playing hockey and skating is fun for everybody. Because even if you can barely skate,
Yeah.
like you can still do it.
Yeah.
If you can't make shots in basketball, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Like it's not fun at all.
Yeah. That's true.
It's just so much different.
I was getting owned by some 12-year-olds yesterday. They were just draining them.
Sounds about right.
Damn it.
Boom! No, if I get another one, I go up 7 because 10 shots is way too much in shooting. All right,
All right, you spotted 5.
spotted 5.
When are we gonna go to horse and hunt or something?
It's expensive during they don't do the Groupon during
Oh, really?
between September and the end of October. So you have to go. You either have to go in the summer, like in August or November.
October's kind of shot for us anyway. Let's just go November.
Well, yeah, we're gonna shoot anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I think we need to do though? By the way, the weekend that we go up for Thanksgiving, the weekend we go up north, that's the Michigan-Ohio State game.
Oh.
And that starts at 11. So what I think we should do is we should get up early.
Yeah.
We should set up a time with them since we've been there a couple times.
Yeah.
They know who we are.
They're not going to have the course open in November.
You don't think?
No, because it starts getting cold. And so it'll be one of those situations where we have 3 stations open.
Because I want to go practice before we go out. So maybe, will they let us hand throw?
Yeah, we could hand throw.
So hand throw in just their open area.
Yeah.
And then go shoot. And hand throw for like 30 minutes. Just get a couple warm-ups in. And then go shoot. Because I was super, and again, I'm not a good shot necessarily, but I was super raw when we went out to the field right away. That was too hard for me.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And maybe they'll just have like some trap open that they could do for us.
Well,
if that's all you want it for as a warm-up, we could probably finagle that.
Yeah, like that main station.
Yeah.
We could go to the main station right off the back of the clubhouse.
Yeah, I should get those lined up.
Yeah, we should just call them and be like, hey, we want to set up a time to come out and shoot.
We might, if you want to go that Saturday though, Thanksgiving, that might be kind of close for an 11 o'clock kickoff.
We could go at 9, couldn't we?
Yeah, but you're hunting for 2-3 hours at least.
Yeah. Well, maybe we go at 8.
Yeah.
Because last year we went too late, and not in terms of the game, but we got back at like 1:30.
Yeah.
Because we can always stop at that bar and go watch the game after, rather than going all the way back to the cabin.
Yeah. Well, then the girls could come meet us or something.
Yeah. So maybe we should do that. Try to get up early enough. Slam a couple waters before bed.
Yeah.
Be a little hungover.
Yeah.
And my body at that point is going to be waking me up at 5 o'clock if I keep doing this 4:30 bullshit.
I can't do that. I go to bed way too late to try to wake up early now.
I go to bed at like 11 and I still
just...
But the thing is, like, I had to snooze a couple times. I'll legitimately get out of bed at like 5. But I have to set it at 4:30 just to make sure I get out of bed.
For me to go to the gym before work, I have to be at the gym by 5. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Otherwise, I'm just like not really getting anything accomplished.
Yeah.
So it's just hard because then you're up at 4:30, get ready, and like the hard part is if you don't do that on Monday, it's really hard for me to do it the rest of the week because then I get home on Monday from the gym at like 8.
Yeah.
And then you can't go to bed like at a normal time when you just worked out at 8 o'clock. Like,
that's where I find doing a double in the middle of the week sets up pretty good. So like
that's
Monday,
nice.
I work out at night. Then on Tuesday, I get up in the morning. And then Wednesday, I do a double. So like Wednesday in the morning may just be like, I try to do the rower now too. So I do the stairs, the rower, and then a little bit of like just a warm up. And then Wednesday, I'll actually go work out like at night. That's where I feel like a double has helped a lot.
Yeah, Wednesdays are kind of my short day too because it's usually legs, so I can crank through it. Because it's just less exercises. It's like 3 instead of 15.
Yeah, right.
But I like that this whiskey has your initials just backwards on it.
So good. So delicious. Maybe we should mix it up with a couple different whiskeys every time.
Yeah, Andrew Santino's got the whiskey ginger. It's his deal where he just has whiskey on tap essentially. And I always find it kind of awkward when he has like a sober person on. He's got to just drink whiskey by himself. I hate drinking by myself. Well, like I don't mind like I don't really drink when I'm by myself. The other night I did just because it was a special occasion, but I would hate drinking if someone else isn't drinking by me. Like I would just be like, nah, I don't need
weird.
booze that much.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what I like about the Rogan podcast too is like he sets it up for whatever they want.
Yeah.
So like if they want to smoke weed, they smoke weed. If they want to smoke cigars, they smoke cigars. If they want to drink whiskey, they drink whiskey.
Yeah.
Like he kind of, or if they don't want to do anything, like he sets it up for whatever.
That's how I would be. It's just like whatever you're down for.
Yeah.
I'm down. Like let's do you want to get weird? Let's get weird. I prefer the ones where they get weird. I think Rogan's a better interviewer when he's a little stoned.
Yeah, I like
he gets too intense sometimes.
Like the Elon Musk one was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I'm too dumb for this shit. I'm just gonna go to Mars.
Yes.
I gotta meet Elon halfway at least. Like,
well, you can tell he's like starting to spin the wheels a little bit, and he's like, you can tell he has set up questions where he knows he's gonna get the person to be able to talk more.
Yeah.
Which I like. He doesn't do a lot of talking.
Yeah.
Unless he's friends with the person. But
Yeah.
if he doesn't know the person and he's just interviewing them,
Mm-hmm.
he's really good at just letting them talk and like asking thought-provoking questions.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
It's the dream. Have that warehouse with a gym and shit in it.
Did you
Sauna.
hear? I rewatched or I was watching one of the things. So, lady went to a conference and they had one of the guys. So the guy who started Marquis Jet was at this conference, and he was telling the story about how he had David Goggins come live with him. And Joe was talking about when David Goggins came to do a podcast. When David Goggins came to do the podcast, he showed up like an hour before Joe did, and he was already there working out when Joe walked in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he was just doing pull-ups.
Yeah. That's insane. Whoops.
Old Bitch's setup is nice for his
Yeah.
dartboard.
You wait till their party, dude. I was over there the other night. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun because they has that. I always forget they have that bar downstairs.
Yep.
And his new dartboard's right down there too with the big cabinet and stuff.
Yeah.
And,
I haven't been downstairs. I haven't been in his basement like since they moved in, basically.
Cause were you at their last housewarming party?
Remember, I was super sick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, you probably haven't been there for a while. Probably since we had that bonfire.
Well, no, I was there the other day after golf, but we didn't go in the basement. Remember, we stopped there to get a beer, and you didn't drink a beer
I don't remember that at all.
after golf.
That means I didn't need a beer.
After golf.
Yeah, I do kind of remember that. That whole weekend's kind of spotty for me. I figured out too, you know, like most people are like, 5 beers is my limit. Like anything more than that, I'm gonna be hungover tomorrow. So if it's like a Wednesday night happy or something, 3 beers or 5 beers, that's my max. I figured I don't really have a max. I'm more of a minimum guy where like if I'm gonna drink, I'm a 3 drink minimum. If I'm not able to have at least 3, it's not worth my time.
Yeah, I don't just drink. I just don't drink recreationally.
Yeah, like, hey, do you want a drink? No, I want a few at least because I want to feel something. Like if you just have 1 beer, you might as well just have a tortilla. Like, you're not gonna feel anything.
Yeah,
and you're just getting bread in your system.
I agree with that. Yeah, I to a certain extent agree with that.
Yeah. And call me an alcoholic, call me what you want. I think it's smart. Have a minimum instead of a max. That's how you should live life.
You know what I don't like about whiskey bottles? The hard thing for me.
They don't fit up your ass like you like.
They don't pour very well.
Yeah.
They don't pour.
Yeah.
They
Well,
kinda
especially
drip
that
everywhere.
that short neck and Proper's got bottles like this now. Did you see that?
Really? It's a
I
good idea.
haven't seen them in stores yet, but Connor's been posting about them.
That's smart.
He sent me some DMs, just some snapshots before they came out. You know.
Oh, just wanted to let you know. Just sent you a couple custom bottles.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he goes, hey, I'm rich, so I overnighted these to you. And I go, thank you. I already have a lot of proper, but thanks.
When does it become a thing where overnighting is not a thing anymore? Where it's just, it gets to you the next day automatically?
I mean, Amazon kind of has that with same day and next day delivery. Like, more often than not, I get stuff the next day or 2 days later from
Yeah,
Amazon.
but what I'm saying is like,
Or it's just not even an option, everything's just overnight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, because the only company that's not overnight or that doesn't really have a good option is the U.S. Postal Service, and they're always going to be shitty.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they're always, I don't think it'll ever be that's the only thing because logistic companies lose so much money on it. I think like Amazon's really banking on one, kind of owning their own fleets of deliveries and having enough around the world where it is somewhat scalable and cost effective. But I mean, that can't be cheap to get products out like that.
No. But think about, but they're already paying people to work 24 hours. So
Yeah.
it can't be wasting them that much money.
No, but you gotta like, it's more about like inventory. You gotta make sure that you have enough inventory of each item in every single warehouse across the world.
Yeah.
So that if I order something here and someone else orders something in Florida, both whatever warehouses are closest to us both have that item and can be delivered that same day or next day or whatever.
Well, that's why Amazon
it's a logistical nightmare. Just trust me.
No, but that's why Amazon is. No, you're right, because that's why Amazon started to kick vendors off of Amazon because they can't provide enough inventory, so Amazon can ship it the next day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they've started kicking some of them off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's think about this. I always think about this. Think if FedEx or UPS would have come up with a platform to have merchandise, they're essentially what Amazon is right now.
Yeah, well,
So
they
if
come
they
at
would've-
it from a different angle, but
Yeah, if they would
100%,
have, if they would have started having a platform like an eBay, so let's say UPS would have bought eBay, they would be the same thing.
yeah.
But now Amazon did it the reverse. They had a platform to sell stuff like eBay, but now they're becoming a logistics company. They are a logistics company.
Yeah.
It's insane.
They're a tech company, they're a logistics company, they're a retailer, they're a bookstore, they're a grocer.
It's insane.
Yeah.
To think about it.
Military
in the reverse.
defense.
Yeah.
Like, they have everything.
Yeah.
They have a music streaming platform. They're a entertainment company. They have their own video productions and shit on Prime, own TV shows.
That's crazy. It's crazy to think about how forward thinking that was. Because UPS totally could have done the same thing.
Yeah.
They could have done the exact same thing.
When they started out as a bookstore, like how does that turn into what it is?
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Right. And no one caught on until they started offering products, and then they were like, everyone was like, why don't we buy stuff from here?
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure right away too, they're like, wow, you're gonna do other things other than books? No one's gonna buy books and stuff from you. They're just gonna buy books.
Yeah.
And Jeff Bezos was like, oh yeah, watch me.
Yeah. He goes, just wait, we're gonna become a logistics company in 15
He goes, I'm ugly as fuck. I need as much money as possible so I can be a good-looking bald old dude.
Yep.
And he achieved his goal, I would say.
Smartest thing he ever did was shaved his head.
Yep. That's everyone's smartest move. Like, if you start losing your hair, just shave it. Unless your name is Ali Abdelaziz or whatever.
Oh, you mean the terrorist?
Khabib's manager.
Yeah, the terrorist?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He has an ugly ass head. He should wear a wig or something. His head looks like it's out of a comic book or something. It's got two divots on either side and then a peak in the middle.
Don't get me started on that guy. Fires me up. Gets me juiced.
It looks like someone took like a hammer to each side of his head and just left the middle.
Not my favorite person.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Not my favorite.
I don't think anyone likes him, but he's got an unusual amount of champions.
Yeah, we were talking
under
about
his
that
thing.
last time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
I can't believe it. I don't know why anyone would want to work with him.
Well, some
But
people just don't.
I'm sure all managers are kind of scummy like that, though.
Yeah.
Just not on that level.
This is a delicious cigar.
It's so good, dude.
Now you just look homeless.
Yeah. Getting my hair cut on Tuesday, don't worry. Just dropped my hat in the pile of spit next to my chair.
Oh, I might have a hat for you, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Forged. So I got one that was the wrong color, but I kept the one that was the wrong color because I actually like it better.
Yeah.
And the other one doesn't fit my head. So if it fits your head, you have a pretty small head, right?
Yeah, I'm like 7 1/8.
That's like me too. Yeah, you might like it. It's like a trucker hat. You've seen it, the one that's got the trident on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I have one with a black trident. The red one is the one I kept.
Yeah, bring it over next time. Try it on. I'm excited to go to that Sierra store too that you're telling about.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we should do on our YouTube channel. We should do a video of us shopping.
Yeah, people would find that very interesting. Yeah, we should do that. It's a great idea.
Cause I have so much style.
Yeah. Yes.
We go to PacSun. I can show everyone my favorite Volcom t-shirts.
Gonna be honest though, best thing PacSun has is their hats. Their hats are legit.
I like this Legends hat company that I got this Browns hat from. They have some sick ones.
Yeah.
They have really good customer service too. A while back, like was that episode 2 or 3 or whatever, we were talking about customer service. I got handwritten thank you note and a handwritten email, or hand typed email from Legends when I ordered just a hat.
Yep. Same thing from Forks. When I ordered that hat, they wrote on the invoice like, "Thank you so much for your support." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It was cool. Well, and like I like that. What's that other Instagram company that has all the
Furry Turkey.
Ohio State stuff or the
Oh
Ohio
yeah.
stuff?
It's GVN artist, I
Yeah.
think. He's just it's one guy. He's a guy out of Cleveland, I think, and he's a graphic designer, and he started doing T-shirt designs online for Cleveland related stuff like the Buckeyes and the Browns.
Well,
and
Buckeyes
whatever.
or Columbus, but whatever. Yeah, same difference.
Wait, but Ohio.
Yeah,
like,
Ohio.
Yeah.
Stuff, yeah.
Well, I think he's out of Cleveland because he does the Brown stuff instead of the Bengals.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Yeah, way better. But he just started selling them online, and he has like 3 or 4 stores now
Really?
that are open. Like, yeah, and they're packed. It's like full. It's not like the little pop-up shops you see around Christmas at like at the malls where it's like just kind of like a expanded window or expanded kiosk or whatever. It's like a legit, like bigger than this garage, wall to wall with his designs and stuff. It's
He's
insane.
got some sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Like that old school jersey that you sent me.
Yeah.
That's
when he's got that Obi Trice T-shirt with "Believe the Hype," and then he's got a bunch of like "Check the Dogs," and he's got some, excuse me, kind of like Goonies themed stuff where it's like whatever they say, like "Never Say Die" or whatever.
Yeah.
We never say die or something. It's like, and he's got like a Guardians of the Galaxy spin on one of them, where the Guardians of the Gridiron, which is kind of cool. Like, he's got some really cool ones. That's like my dream, is to just make like cool T-shirts like that for people.
Furry Turkey, buddy.
There it is, man.
Furry
Just got to come up
Turkey.
with some.
Whitey's got
design
some
software, new design stuff on her computer too, so can maybe elevate the T-shirt design a little bit.
Yeah.
Get it like nice, and because you wanna, like, how I do it just on right now, you have to like make it to size in the design, but if you have the right software like she does, you can just make it whatever size, and then the resolution stays the same no matter how big or small you make it.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. And I need to redo our logo because technically it's trademarked right now, so Teespring doesn't accept it as like our own content, so we can't post anything with
Wait,
it.
the Furry Turkey or the platypus?
Just the platypus part of it. So I just got to pull that into a app and just kind of trace over it and tweak it a little bit. I think too, I'm gonna spice it up a little bit, put it like in a circle, like, and do half the platypus. Or,
Yeah, right. Do
Yeah.
the face or something like that.
Yeah.
Get rid of the whole body.
Yeah.
And just do the eyes.
Because that's
and the
really
bill.
what this is all about, is making sure that everyone understands that platypuses are real animals. They're not fucking unicorns. They're not fucking dodo birds. They are legitimate creatures that lay eggs and milk their titties.
And everyone needs to know about
Yeah.
it.
Have you ever heard about platypus milk? It's a real deal.
Do they sell
They're
it
the
anywhere?
only mammal that lays eggs and you can get milk out of their tits.
Wait, they're considered a mammal?
Yeah.
So mammals don't lay eggs. They
But
do
they-
live births.
But they do, they're considered
But
a
they
mammal.
lactate.
Yeah, because they lactate too. So they're like this weird hybrid creature that does both.
Oh, I'm excited about that. I think everyone should be aware of the platypus.
Yeah, platypuses rule, dude. That's my life goal, is to prove that Lemmy is real.
Are they endangered?
I don't think so.
Where do
It's
they,
just
where
it's
do
not
they
it's,
live?
it's not that there's not like enough of them. People just don't believe that there's any of them.
Where do they live?
Water, dude.
Yeah, but
riverbeds.
where? I know, but
I
in
don't
like
know.
what states?
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
Look it up because I want to know.
Look it up.
Where
Pull that shit up,
do
bitch. A couple of my neighbors got in a car wreck right outside here. They're outside for like an hour and a half today, going over insurance details.
It's always fun going
Yeah.
over insurance details.
Couldn't be more happier to just drive by them, pull into my garage, and have to do nothing except wave at them. That was nice.
Oh, platypuses live only in a small area of the world. These creatures make their homes in freshwater areas that flow throughout the islands of Tasmania
Interesting.
and the eastern and southeastern coast of Australia.
Yeah. So they're with like the other mystical creature, the Tasmanian devil, which is also real.
Wow. We found a diamond in the rough.
We did. Dude, we're gonna make platypuses famous and put them on the map.
And then people are gonna start having them as pets, like pythons down in Florida, and then
That cat video that we watched earlier, where it was that like half wild cat, half domestic cat.
freaky.
There's nothing domestic about that. That thing I would be afraid. It lives. You can tell they just lock it under the stairs like that and throw a chicken by the door, and it just comes out, grabs it, and that's the last thing you see of it
what
until
kind
you
of
feed it
cats
again.
are those?
It's like a mix between like a leopard and like a cat or something. Because I've seen smaller ones that have like less wild in them, where they look more like a house cat, but you can tell by their markings they're like part leopard or jaguar. But those, dude, leopards, jaguars, those are fucking intense cats. You don't want any amount of that bloodline in your domestic cat.
What the hell are those things called? Leopard cat, leopard house cat. Seriously, here it is.
It looks kind of like a bobcat or a lynx with the ears and stuff. It was scary,
Dude, it's a
though.
Bengal cat.
Yeah.
Bengal cat is a domesticated breed created hybrids of domestic cat and Asian leopard cat. The Egyptian Ma? That's what it is.
M-A-O?
M-A-U.
M-A-U?
Yeah.
Ma, probably. 'Cause M-A-O is Mao. That's insane, though.
No thanks. No thanks.
So what's next for the podcast? We got the studio kind of set up. Acoustics and mics, I think, is
Acoustics
the next.
mics, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to like an older version of Joe's podcast, and like you can tell it's gotten significantly like.
Well, I watched his first one ever a
enhanced.
couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
He's just in front of a computer webcam talking.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched one of in the 700s, like in the group of 700s, and like it's pretty raw.
Well, he's done a few like from airplanes or the cars just on his phone.
Mm-hmm. Could you imagine just sitting on an airplane just talking?
No, it'd be so awkward. But he has like first class like cubicles where
Yeah.
they have like a wall and stuff.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
that would be interesting.
That'd be so weird. Maybe we should do one on our road trip up north the day after Halloween.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
I have a feeling that's just gonna be a me and you weekend.
I got a good feeling the same.
We're just gonna go up to old Brokeback Mountain, pitch a tent, and call our day.
I'll be pitching multiple tents.
I'm gonna be so hungover after Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to drive with like one eye open the next morning.
That's it.
We're gonna need some PEDs to get us through.
In terms of work, that's probably one of the best holidays. Think about it. I have a half day Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off.
For Halloween?
Or I mean, not for Halloween. Sorry, I was thinking Thanksgiving.
Oh, I was like, what?
Damn it.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is good. I only have Thursday and Friday off. I wish we had that like Monday off.
Half day.
Like,
half
I'd
day
rather
Wednesday. almost
almost just not have Thanksgiving off and get Friday and Monday off.
Yeah.
And just say, I see my family all the time. I don't need to go and have turkey. Hey, let's all get together and have a dry ass bird.
and then nap
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
naked.
You know there's gonna be an argument. Someone's gonna get too drunk, and probably gonna be me.
Yep.
It's a rough life, dude. What do you say? You down for another one today?
Sure. I'm always down for another.
Cool. Well, let's wrap this one up then, because we're at like 56 minutes. I wish the timer went to 69, and then it cut us off instead of just cutting us off at an hour.
Should we request it when we get? I mean.
Yeah, when we get
when
big.
It's popping.
Yeah. Hey, help us pop, okay?
69 minutes.
Rate and review.
69 minutes and 69
Yeah.
seconds.
We could have like the new 60 minutes on Sunday nights. Just call it 69 minutes. with Diana Sawyer. 69 minutes with Daddy Dirt. This week on 69 Minutes, how to tame your wild cat.
Yeah.
And no, we're not talking about your wife's pud.
Ole Pud.
Old pud. Love a good pud. All right, episode 7 in the books. Rate, subscribe, review, Instagram, Furry Turkey. T-shirts coming soon. We'll get going.
The tribe's getting strong.
Tribe's getting strong.
It's all that matters.
Yeah,
Pushing
love you
the tribe.
guys. Peace.